Hello class, today we will be going over the objective from yesterday. We're just going to work on doing some examples with subtraction and negative coefficients. And so I know that some people were a little struggling with the difference between, especially in 7-1, how do I do it when there's a subtraction sign in the middle? So I decided to do a video instead of me teaching the whole class so I could work with some people who needed assistance on the actual beginning of the lesson yesterday. So I've tailored the objectives for people who are moving forward, and it says that I can create and identify equivalent expressions using factoring with negative coefficients and subtraction. Now we know coefficients are the numbers in front of what? Hopefully you said variables. I can use the area model to demonstrate my knowledge of factoring expressions. So that is that piece when it asks us about what is the length when the width is this, or what is the width when the length is this. And so we're going to work on those. So the key point yesterday was when we factor in math, we are finding the actual factors of the expression. So that is, we are looking for what we distributed. So what was that number on the in front of the parentheses? So that's, we are undistributing. So that is what we were working on. So I'm going to do this example over just quickly. And this one is not one with subtraction or a negative coefficient. So we first went and found out what did 6 and 10, what was the greatest common factor that they have in common? So I have to go out and factor 6, and I have to go factor 10. So the factors of 6 are 1 and 6, because 1 times 6 is 6. And then 2 times 3 is 6. So I have 1 times 10 is 10. And then I have 2 times 5 is 10. So what is the GCF? That GCF is 2. So now, this is what we distributed. So it should go in front of the parentheses. Now, I take that GCF and say 6x divided by 2 is what? Well, I know 6 divided by 2 is 3. So that's 3x. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So now I have just factored this expression. So my final answer will be 2 parentheses 3x plus 5. So that's just a review of what we did yesterday. Now with subtraction, so these are the same ones on your packet from yesterday. I'm going to do number 3 first, and then I'm going to go to number 2. So I'm going to do the same thing. What are the factors of 2 and 8? I know that's 1 times 2 is 2. Those are all the factors. 1 times 8 is 8. 2 times 4 is 8. GCF is 2. Now, there is no setup like this for this one, so there isn't a setup like that, but I know that 2 goes on the outside. So now on this one, I'm going to say, what times 2 will give me 2x? Well, that is just an x, or you can write 1x. Now I'm going to say, what times 2 will give me 8? I know that that is 4, so I'm going to do 2 times 4. Now I think about what was joining these two at the beginning. It was subtraction. So then I'm going to do 2 times 1x is 2x. 2 times 4 is 8. Bring down the subtraction. That's how you do that one. Alright. I am going to do number 2. So number 2 says negative 4x subtract 10. I'm going to write out the factors. I'm sorry, just write out the factors of 4 and write out the factors of 10. So that's 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 5, 10. Now I saw the problem yesterday was we were trying to use this same setup. You can do that. Just next time, don't use the addition. So what do I mean? You can write it out like this. And just leave that operation blank, and you can go fill it in at the end. So I say, what times 2 gives me negative 4x. So I'm going to say, what times 2 gives me negative 4x? Or you can just do this. Negative 4x divided by 2 is what? Negative 2x. Then I say, what times 2 will give me 10? 10 divided by 2 is 5. So, okay. What was distributed was 2. I just said negative 2x. 2 times 5 is 10. What joined them originally in the expression? It was a subtraction. So then when I check it, that's negative 4x. Oh, this should be a 5. I know somebody caught that. Was like, Miss Hertz, that's wrong. 2 times 5 is 10. Now this expression looks exactly like the one that we started with. Alright, so those are the 2 examples. Hope they helped. You are going to go do numbers on this worksheet that was factor each expression. This is on the back. Factor each expression. If the expression cannot be factored, right, cannot be factored. You are going to do number 7. You're going to do number 4. Number 6. But on number, I think I added this one. On number 9, I want you to place a negative in front of that 16. In front of that coefficient. I am switching it up. Do 9 as well. When you are done, come let me check it. Good luck.